Okay, let's find some chairs. Can you find a chair, Levi? Scoot it over there. Let's get situated. I'm glad you're here tonight. This is a good group. I was just bragging about all of you to Pastor Brent today and telling him I think this is the best group of kids we've ever had in Awana. And I've done Awana and children's ministry for 40 years. I think you guys are my best, most stellar group. You're such great listeners, and I always feel when I'm teaching you like you just understand, like you just get it, and you're encouraging back to me, so thanks for being stellar. All right, let's do our flag salutes. Now that I got everybody where you're supposed to be, let's stand up. What I really like when we do the flag salutes is when you stay right with me and nobody's dragging behind or running on ahead. So, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge allegiance to the Awana flag, which stands for the Awana clubs, whose goal is to reach boys and girls with the gospel of Christ and train them to serve him. All right, let's sit down. I always like to thank God that we can be here because it's kind of a strange time, strange year that we don't get to be together with our friends as much. Can I don't feel like I have your attention. Like, can we do the whole eyes up thing up here? And are you sitting up and listening up? Okay, good. All right, so I invited a special guest tonight. I thought it might be kind of fun. Let's do this. I thought it might be kind of fun to have somebody special that maybe I could interview, like, a news story or something. So I invited Moses. What? What's so funny? Hi, Moses.
Hello.
I'm going to need your attention. I know it's silly, funny maybe, but I don't know what's funny, baby. I don't know. You look a little homeless. Does he look a little homeless? Okay. So I wanted to ask you a few questions about your amazing experiences. So would that be okay?
Sure, I'm happy to be here.
We have been learning about how God showed himself to you and how you actually got to know him as a person. So would you be able to tell us about that?
Sure, I would love to tell you about God.
When God first asked you to go back to Egypt and told you he was going to free your people from Egypt.
Yes, the burning bush. I was terrified to go back to Egypt. I was thinking about that Egyptian that I killed.
Yeah, I bet you were afraid of being punished for that.
Well, yes, guilt causes a lot of fear. I knew I deserved to be punished, but the Pharaoh that was looking for me, he was dead. So I was also afraid of the people that they wouldn't listen to me either, nor want me to be their leader. And I was afraid of talking to big groups of people. That's pretty frightening.
I totally understand that.
Yes. But God promised to be with me, and as it turned out, he did just about everything. All I did was just what he told me to do.
Well, can you tell us about this staff you have here?
Oh, yes, the staff. It used to be just a plain old shepherd's staff. Then God changed that. Do you want to see what happens when I throw it down on the ground?
No, we don't want to see that. No thanks.
Well, God turns it into a snake. Here, I'll show you.
No, we don't. What if you couldn't catch it? And Commander Ed hates snakes. He would not like it if you did that.
He'd probably just run away anyway if he was here. I don't see him here anyway, so.
So tell me about when you first got back to Egypt.
Well, right, let's see. When I first got back to Egypt, I went and met with some of the people. You remember? Well, you probably don't remember. Well, I had a brother, Aaron, and he was with me. And we told them about that God heard their cries. They were crying out for mercy. And he was going to rescue them.
Their lives were really terribly miserable.
Oh, yes. We all thought it was terrible. But it got worse before it got better.
Yes, as soon as the Pharaoh heard the people wanted to leave Egypt, he increased their workload.
Oh, that's right. They were very frustrated with me. They thought I caused it. But then God began to show himself to all of us. The Egyptians had a lot of strange ideas about the Nile River. Did you know that they thought that all sorts of power came from the Nile River? And they worshiped frogs and bugs and all kinds of strange things.
That is really strange. So God showed them he was in control of all those things that they thought were so powerful.
That's right. Pharaoh was not impressed with my staff when it turned into a snake, even when it ate up the snakes that his magicians made with their staffs. So we met by the Nile River, and God made the water in the river blood. Oh, that was horrible. It was gross. All of the fish died, and it stank. Oh, there was nothing to drink either.
God was judging them for worshiping the river and not him.
Exactly. He was showing them his power, and he was also giving them chances to change their mind and love him as he deserves.
Do you think he wanted the Egyptians to know and love him too?
Why, of course. He wants everyone to know him. He loves every single person, and he gives us all so many chances to change and do what's right.
Do you think all the plagues... Can you stop stomping that? Do you think all the plagues, the flies and frogs and everything, were to give them chances to see his power and decide to love him instead?
Oh, absolutely. I know this to be true because when we finally left Egypt, a lot of Egyptians left with us. They came with us because they saw that our God is powerful and loving and real. And it's silly to worship other things and not him.
So what do you think was the worst plague of all of them?
Well, the darkness was really bad. Not seeing the sun for 3 days. Of course, we had light in our homes, but the Egyptians didn't. The hail was scary, and the locusts were unbelievable. But when all the firstborn sons died, that was the worst by far. That completely broke everyone, and in their grief, they couldn't wait to get us out of there.
It was like God was done giving chances and showing mercy.
Yes, in a way, but we forget that we all deserve to die. We all have done some wrong and deserve God's punishment. In Egypt, only the firstborn sons died, and the Egyptians told us to leave before The rest were killed.
So they knew they deserved to die? They deserved God's punishment.
They knew. Many of them came with us. I think they saw God's mercy and realized he loved them.
We don't think about God's mercy when we see so many people dying and all the judgment that came on Egypt, but he gave them a lot of chances.
Yes, he did. He gave me a lot of chances also. I should have died for taking another man's life, but instead God forgave me and made me his friend.
Wow, he wants us all to know him like that.
Yes, he does. When I saw the burning bush, I was afraid to look at God,